Heck yeah, welcome on anyway. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Before we get into it, what I wanna say is videos will be made generally like every Friday on the weekends, and also once a week. I think the channel will do just fine. I was gonna make a video where like obviously camera would be face on black like I always used to do the videos where I wouldn't be on the camera. But I don't get views. That's kinda boring. Anyway, today I've been watching Sex Education Season 2, and I'm going to make a different video on the channel. I'm going to make a review of Season 2, but I'm not going to give away any spoilers, because at the end of the day, I'm recording this the first day it's been out, and it's probably going to get uploaded on the Saturday after it's come out. So I don't want to give away any spoilers, because most people are probably busy on a Friday. Right, but I could say the excuse people go to work and at the end of the day, I think Sex Education relates more to us. My age group, so like, I'd say 15 up, 15 to 18. Sex education is like sex education, and then like, so my age teenagers, people for adolescents and stuff. And it deals with things in the show like sexuality, homosexuality, and people discovering themselves. And the main trouble with all this is discovering himself. As I've done in Season 1, I'm not saying like you struggle with sexuality, I'm saying like if you've never seen it before, this is a very confused person growing up who's very sexually awkward in the first series. Even though he likes talking about it, physically one can't do it, but I think the first series was really a warm-up for the second series, and I'll get on. So the first series was just about, this is slightly gonna give it away, but this show was the foundations to be a long running show, like 4 or 5 seasons, like Orange and New Black. It really does depend on how many views, I guess. So already in UK top 10, I don't know about abroad, but it depends on how many views. I don't know how, if I measure Netflix on views or like for feedback, I guess. Anyway, so the talk about second series without giving away any spoilers, but it talks about major themes. It talks about, as I said, sexuality and people finding themselves, Otis being confused, growing up like he doesn't. He's very sexually awkward, and teenagers. I used to be immature in the past, so people can be, and it's a very awkward subject in the UK, and it's based in the UK, so I think Americans tend to take a different light in it than British people. British people are very awkward, normally people talk about. I understand. And I'm not very good at film reviewing or TV reviewing, but I just want to say my 2 favourite Netflix series are End of Fucking World and Sex Education. Now, End of Fucking World was, let's be fair, a short series, like two series, 8 episodes, but the episodes are only 20 minutes long, so if you give yourself a proper time of day, you can watch every episode, and if you take about 5-6 hours out your day, which just seems like a lot, but if you're a person who like sitting down on the weekends, if you're not in work, or if you're someone my age and you got loads of free time in your hands, End of Fucking World is a great example. Both Sex Education with longer episodes, so it's End of Fucking World is a case of, right, when I watched season 2 more so on season 1, season one felt longer in a way. And I think it's because I was more into season two, like season two of End of Fucking World. I was more excited for. I never, because End of Fucking World was 2017. Was it 2017? I believe it was, wasn't it? 2017, 2018. I think it was 2017. Because I remember watching it in summer 2018. Yeah, so it was 2017. It was. Anyway, let's not get sidetracked into dates. It's one of those where the second series came a lot much quicker than the first, and I was done watching the second. But it sounds different because I watched all of the season today, but I came on past one. I didn't watch it straight away. I waited till about past 3, and I watched it all in about 6.5 hours, 7 hours with little breaks in between. The episodes are generally longer in the first season. The first season averaged around 45 minutes, I believe. Let me get up in front of me because I don't want to be. I want this to be a good review, you know. Yeah, the first series averages about 50 minutes long. This average is kind of the same, you know, but it's a bit longer. It doesn't matter about episode length anyway, but in relative to End of Fucking World, what I'd like to say is more chance and there's more telling. There's more of a storyline behind this. At least on James, we're both psychopaths. James is a bit more of a psychopath, but in the second series, he's less of a psychopath and he develops feeling for an end on it. And it's quite a simple story to tell the end of the story, because I'm sure everyone's watched it by now. If you haven't watched it, maybe you just don't like TV, or you're just been having your head under a pillow last 3-4 months, whatever the saying is. And it ended up him admitting his love for her and vice versa. And with 20-25 minute episodes, you're done watching a season in 2.5 hours, 3 hours. There's not much of a story to tell, but with this, you go 50-minute episodes. There's a proper storyline to get into and stuff. And a couple of episodes are very good. To give you I'm gonna give you a slight thing into each episode. The first episode is the first episode catches up on the end of season 1, and Maeve obviously became banned off her campus. She comes back in season 2, not straight away. It's quite a long drawn out period. It talks about Otis and Ola, because at the end of season 1 you see Maeve go into admit her love for him. And obviously she finds him kissing Ola, so it's a bit awkward, you're not going to say that now. This is just coming back, and what Maeve's been doing off. She works as a pretzel seller, whatever you call it. But this series is mainly based around it's not based, because the first series was based around a therapist and them making a business school. Second series, his mum comes into the school, his mother, and takes over that, really. So the business, there's not much of a business in this series, It focuses more on the character rather around. I like to say it focuses more on the character of this series than the storyline. The storyline's pushed to the side a little bit. Obviously, the storyline's in it, but focus on the character, and the character's more in depth. So a few episodes are mainly based on his mother being the therapist in school and stuff. My favourite episode could be episode 6, and that is when they have a party. A party, like, yeah, they just have a party and interesting things happen. They're not too into the story though. I don't think it's that important to the story. That's my favourite episode anyway. It just sums up teenagers and having a good laugh. Mind you, the last episode was a very good episode today. And in a way, I'm not going to give away but I have words for it which would kind of give away, but let's just say they've left it open for season 3. It didn't end the way I liked it to end, but I think if it did end the way I liked it to end, I don't think there's reason to continue the series on. So they've left it open-ended for season 3. And I think season 3 will be the last, because the production quality is so good now, they can't afford to keep thingy, so... And generally, if you don't got a huge budget, you can't keep going, really. And if they have a decent budget, they can make it 4 or 5 series, but I think the story will end in the 3rd. I think 3 series is enough to complete what they want to complete. I'm not saying the actors don't want to continue, because I think the actors could do this for years, because for the actors to be in such a big... It's a TV series now, but Netflix is subscription based, but you get me. Netflix is TV basically, and it's just not actual TV. Like your BBCs and your ITVs. It wouldn't suit being on BBC and ITV anyway. I don't think they'd let a show go on before 10. But what I'm saying is, like, this is Netflix is TV now for all the older people. So I'd say if you're around the... I don't want to sound ageist or something, or whatever it is, but I say if you're 30s up, you still watch TV, don't you? The only way I watch TV now is sports. I don't watch it for any other way. But if you're in your 20s and you're being brought up around technology, like if you're in your 30s, 40s, you would have had a period in time where you didn't have phones and stuff. I'm getting sidetracked, but what I'm saying is Netflix is I'm of a golden age of Netflix. Around my age group, so I'd say as low as 13, 14 up to mid-20s. I'm not saying people older than 20, I'm not saying they can't watch it, but what I'm saying is people my age watch it most. So, yeah, we've left open for a 3rd series. I think a 3rd series is going to cover it off. And to title this video, I'm going to sidetrack a little, but the title of this video review of a series would be quite a misleading title, but I'm going to put that as a title anyway for clickbait. But if I had to give a series a solid figure, it would be 8.5. There's nothing can be a 10, nothing's perfect. And I do think this is better than End of Fucking World, as I loved End of Fucking World so much, but 25-minute episodes didn't justify the story in a way. It seemed like it was over way too quick. If it was I get it if it was about 3 or 4 seasons long and it was 25 minutes each. But I think when you have episodes 50 minutes an hour, which is of, and the last episode's an hour. But the 3rd series, this is my most common thing, but the 3rd series is the last, I believe. They have to renew it. They've left it open-ended, and I'm sure the viewing figures are going to be high, because I've heard a few people talking about it locally. So if a few people are going to be talking about it locally, a lot of people are going to watch it elsewhere now. I'd rate 8.5, and first series was 7.5, 8 at a push. But that was because the first series is always going to be one of the least. Because obviously, again, surrounded to characters, you gotta learn the characters. And obviously get used to storylines and stuff. I think a third series is perfect to end on as well, because I think a fourth and a fifth season too far, but I think a fourth and a fifth will be. I'd love a fourth and fifth. What I'm saying is, I think by then we're dragging out too much and you get bored. And there's obviously a I can't even say the word. An ending to it. Trying to think how possible to end it, but was an ending in series 3. Series 3 is gotta be last. Because they don't want to make a series so like many seasons where people get bored at the end and they don't stick around the end. So that's another reason why I think the third series will be last. Yeah, so 2021 series 3, that's my likely prediction. And there's a few characters which I liked more than others. And there's interesting new characters that come into it that, in my eyes, people have different opinions, but I think they quite impacted quite a lot. And I don't know if you know what I'm on about this, and I really don't want to give away, but I think some characters in it, some major characters, which you don't realise are, and they will be in season 3. And obviously, brilliant actors, and Emma Mackey, I think, is, and Asa Butterworth. And how old are they? I know nothing about acting, right? I come from a boxing background and fucking. I never used to watch much shit as a kid. Top Gear, but it's not. This acting was not like. But I have no idea what I'm on about. I'm saying, like, really great actors, only like early 20s and early mid 20s. Some big enough great careers around them. So yeah, it's enough talking shit for me to talk about stuff I don't know about. But yeah, great series, 8.5 out of 10. I think the third series can build again, but I think there's not much room to build on. I think the third series will be a crescendo, and the third series is perfectly enough to tell a story. So yeah, thanks guys.